Welcome back to the Roland GRIMES National Sports and Entertainment Show. Your host, Roland by the GRIMES, shooting here at the Everlasting Life Restaurant, 9185 Central Avenue, Capitol Heights, Maryland. As always, we do our set live. Tonight we had a wonderful ensemble of guests, Ms. Taye Michelle. We had Ms. Jessica Urici, and we also had an opportunity to meet some of our esteemed sponsors and vendors, Ms. Stacy Smith and Miss Rakelia Kilby. Right now we have two very distinguished gentlemen on the show with me right now. I'm going to get into their vitae as we go. I don't want to take up any more time than necessary, ladies and gentlemen. All the way from DC. I'd like you to do me a favor, put your hands together for an author, an educator, a coach, and an all-around great guy, Mr. Koran Godwin. All the way to my right is a gentleman who hails from Southeast Washington, D.C. He attended Anacostia High School, George Washington University, played basketball, and also the great state of Nebraska. Spent a little time there working on his craft. My resident co-host and all-around great guy, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Wilbert Skipper. Now, I did not get into Koran's history when I introduced him for a reason. I know that he had an opportunity to spend some time in the great state of Florida.
Yes, I did.
And Florida just happens to be in the news a lot nowadays.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Let's start there.
Well, I'm actually originally from New Jersey, a place called Roselle, New Jersey. And I'm matriculated down to Florida via basketball.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I had a Division I scholarship to the University of Buffalo.
Yes, you did.
And there's a little bit too much snow up there for me.
Get out. I would assume you knew I was going there.
Yeah, so I called my mother one snowy day, I believe it was.
Oh, you were there?
60, yeah, I was in Buffalo. 60 inches of snow one day.
Wow.
And I
Wait a minute, y'all stop that. 60 inches in Buffalo, but they closed school for like a day and a half?
Yeah, I mean, you basically have to dig out your own car and keep it moving.
Yeah.
So what I did was I called my mother and I said, Ma, I can't do this for 4 years. I said, I need to find some sunshine. So I ended up transferring to the University of North Florida.
You went from one extreme to the other.
Well, the coach told me, he said, we're 5 minutes from the beach. I said, oh, really? You know, looking out my window, that sounds pretty good.
60 inches of sand, right?
Yeah, definitely.
University of North Florida?
Yes.
Wow.
So, University of North Florida, I had a great time down there. I actually broke the scoring record in 2.5 years. It's a great college and university, and just enjoyed myself in my career. I had the opportunity afterwards. I got called up by the Orlando Magic. I actually had a pre-draft workout with them due to my strenuous ankle injuries. I wasn't able to continue. So, but I decided right there on that floor, I said, this is the top of the mountain right here. And God showed me where he can take you.
Yes.
You know, and from that point on, I decided to take all the knowledge I have and give it back to the youth. So I started my own company, Jumpstart Hoops, on the side as I coached and doing private training, and now it's blossomed into videos, a basketball training app that serves as a basketball training in your pocket, and also some products, a new basketball training product called the Ball Hawk Gloves that allows you to increase your ball handling.
I love it, love it.
Yep.
Roland's not going to be able to identify with some of these things because
I played
football, folks.
I played
Roland
basketball.
played football. He was a great football player.
Look in the yearbook. Never mind. I was a basketball player, had the old booty shorts on. You remember?
I do remember.
Okay.
You know,
I'm gonna look it up.
And listen, the
You
only
know I
thing.
played basketball at Magna.
I'm gonna look it up. It's about football in Syracuse.
Oh, you didn't hear about my basketball
Nah,
player?
I didn't hear about
All
that
right, well,
one.
look, hold up, Skip, before you jump
I
into
got you.
it. Does anybody want to hear real quickly about my basketball days? Just say no. Just shake your head. Okay, well, all right. For those of you online, there's a gentleman named Adrian Branch who's on ESPN and some other stuff.
Yes,
Adrian came into our gym one day and did this dunk like behind his and flipped it under some, caught it and turned backwards and slammed it. It was on George Michael's Sports Machine.
Sports Center.
Yeah, as the play of the year. Well, right after he did that dunk, my coach, Marty Waters, looked down at the end of the bench where I was sitting there laughing at the time and said, Grimes. And I got up, he came in, he said, go in and check Branch. And I went in, he said, whatever you do, make sure he does not do that in our gym again. So Adrian, thank you for my 5 minutes worth of stardom. I do appreciate you, I love you. See you on ESPN. That's my basketball career now. You can look it up.
Yeah.
Go to the school and look it up.
And you know what, why don't we do this? Because it's only fitting that we make Roland feel real good about his 5 minutes of basketball fame. So help me by putting your hands together. Let's give him a round of applause for his 5 minutes of fame.
And my nickname was Flight Series because I could jump out the gym.
Right. Well, before I pose the next question to Koran, I want to say to you, and Adrian Branch, I know you're probably doing some ESPN work right now, so hopefully you tune in and listen to this as well. You helped make Roland Grimes part of what he is today when he left McNamara High School as a great football player and then went on to star at Syracuse.
So he helped end my basketball career.
You basically told him, Roland, you're good, you stopped me, but go play football. And that worked out well for him.
Worked out well, man.
So I'm proud.
And I didn't have to go to North Florida to do it.
And you didn't have to do that.
Karan, I bought a book from you years ago and I gave it to one of my baby girls. And tell us, and I know you have some other published products, tell us about one of your books.
Definitely. I think that book is Everyone Hates a Ball Hog, but they all love a score.
Everyone hates a ball hog,
But they all love a score.
but they all love a score.
Very true statement.
Skip, you've been both, right?
Well, we kind of mimic each other and have almost similar careers. And Roland, and I hate to say this to you, brother, but really we could have done this one with you coming in later because Koran and I could have had this basketball thing going on and we wouldn't have had to talk about the football. Listen, folks, it's been a long time since I've been back on the Roland Grimes Not Just Sports Entertainment Show. I've been out doing some things, writing a book, and that's forthcoming. Please put up with my voice. Fighting a little cold. Gotten a tremendous amount of help from my lovely wife who's in the audience, who's been nursing me all day. She told me I should text Roland and tell him that I probably wouldn't be able to do the interview. I said, no, I can't do this. This is too big. I need to do it. So I thank her for that. And the gentleman here at Everlasting Life, he gave me some, I don't know all the ingredients, but it had some cayenne peppers in it. I took a sip of it. I couldn't take no more. But just put up with me. This will be a little scratchy throughout this interview, but I promise you I'll get through it.
All right, super. And if you don't get through it,
well, just blame it on the wife. She did a good enough job.
Look, we're going to blame it on the go-go if you don't get through it. Karan, everybody hates a ball hog.
Everyone hates a ball hog.
Everyone, not everybody.
Everyone hates a ball hog, but they all love a score.
Loving it.
Tell me the thematics behind that.
Well, basically, when you look at someone that scores, there's usually a positive or negative connotation to that. Obviously, to score, you have to have the ball in your hands.
Whoa, okay.
But it's the way you do it that denotes whether or not you're a ball hog or you have the adulation of being a scorer. Now, a ball hog is a person that takes bad shots and doesn't like to pass the ball. A scorer is someone that understands the game. He's able to get open and take good shots.
So it's about the positioning of yourself and your teammates.
Exactly. It's about understanding the game. It's about attitude. Because at the end of the day, both guys are scoring points. All right. But one is called a ball hog, when the other one is called a scorer. It's just knowing the game, being able to get open and take good shots. So.
But if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna slide your mic up just a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, you also have some parallels in your book about real life.
Oh yeah. I personally feel that basketball is a microcosm of life. And between those four lines, I always tell my guys that there's philosophies about life. There's work ethic, there's discipline. One of my philosophies personally, and something that I teach all my guys now, is the work until philosophy. A player comes to me, and I get tons of texts and Twitter. I'm a pretty big following online. People always say, Coach, how long should I work on my jump shot? And I'll tell them, you work until. Coach, how long should I work on my ball handling? How many hours? It's not a number. You work until. So you work until you master it. You work until you can shoot off the dribble. No, you work until you master your craft and whatever it is that you're trying to do. And with that philosophy, they can now take that from the basketball court and that can go and apply in life in anything you're doing. And it's about persistence, about dedication. And once you have that work until philosophy, nothing can stop you. And God first, work until is what I always say. God first, work until.
Well, now, Koran, let me take you back to a zone.
Okay.
We both were able to do the same thing, which is be able to put the basketball in the hole.
Yes.
We also had to have the same mentality as a cornerback in football, in the sense that the cornerback, he cannot get caught up in the fact that the wide receiver just beat him for a touchdown. He has to go back out, just own up to his craft and try to stop him on the next play.
A short memory.
Short memory.
Okay.
It's the same thing with a shooter, a scorer.
Yes.
If we miss 10 shots, we can't get upset. We have to keep going. How were you able to put together your zoned out ability to be able to come back? And I'm sure you had some games where you missed your first three, you hit your last 8. How did you master that, and how were you able to separate that from getting down on yourself?
And I think that whenever you're talking about performing in anything you do, that there has to be some type of preparation for that. So when I was at the University of North Florida, that first shot wasn't my first shot. That was my 101st shot. Because before the game, I went to the auxiliary gym, and I was up there shooting shots before the game. And what I did was, seeing the basketball go to the net, and just like in anything, I always tell the kids that if you want to be successful, you have to be able to celebrate the little things. So me getting in front of that basket and seeing that ball visually going through the rim 100 times, it actually built my confidence up. So when I went out there on the floor, and saying whether I made it or missed it, I remember those 100 shots that I just made. So I think it's preparation, and that goes on and off the court.
Yeah.
So.
Hey folks, we're going to take a quick station break, and don't forget to check online, Stacey Smith, and it works, and also you'll find out some more about Michi through Rakelia Kilby. I got to keep practicing that. I'll get it right. Sit tight, Rolling Bubba Grimes. We'll be right back at it.
I'm ready.
How's it feel, Raymond?
I'm enjoying it.
Like this side feels lighter and light. Just want to touch on it, but it does feel lighter. And I love the way.
And we had a regular mineral-rich magnetic mud mask.
And everyone keeps telling me one cheek looks higher than the other right now. This face does feel lifted. This one feels dropped. I need to lift this one up.
We call that a natural lift without
I
problems.
feel it.
Yes.
I feel it.